Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. So the following, assuming it actually works, well this is off to a great start. I was going to say is going to be uncut testing of the creations menu, if I can get it to work, there, for patch 1.31, which is the newest patch that just went live for Skyrim here on PS4. This is Skyrim SE on PS4. And the reason for this, assuming that any of this actually still works, knowing Bethesda, is because probably not about 20 minutes after the patch went live, I already received a comment from somebody that said that they still had only the 1 gigabyte of space, even though they had deleted some mods yesterday. So, and when I took a look at the download size for Skyrim, it looked like it didn't really change from what it was before, so kind of has me wondering too. Kind of has me wondering if I'm even going to be able to get in there. This might be the shortest live test yet. I swear, with Bethesda, we always hope that they have actually taken their time and got things right, but with Bethesda can never just be as simple as update the damn game and it actually works. Well, okay. Now that looks like that might be a little bit different wording to me than before. I don't really pay that much attention to it, to be honest, when I do come in here as to what that says, but okay, yeah, so we're off to a real great start. Okay, it looks like it might just be taking longer, and now this does look a little bit different to me. It looks like maybe it's zoomed in a little bit more. I wish I would have thought to had taken a video from before the update and took a look at the difference as to the way the menu looked, but I'm pretty certain this is like maybe zoomed in a little bit more or something. I don't know. And also, being as this is uncut footage, I don't know how long this is going to take, and I do apologize for that, but as I did before, I am not going to try to go into the load order until these images load, assuming they do load, because that was a way to trigger a bug that would cause the load order to disable and rearrange. So I definitely do not want to trigger that. And I don't know what new bugs might trigger after this, what ones they might have patched. I highly doubt they patched any. I imagine there's going to be probably a lot more. I can tell you while we're waiting that after downloading the update, I did completely power down the PS4. So I cycled it completely off, then turned it back on. I don't know if that helped matters any with this, and won't know until and if I'm able to get into the load order to see if I do have the new amount of space or if it's what I had before, which I didn't have much space left before. That's why with a lot of these ports that looked pretty good but were, really massive on the download size, I couldn't do anything to take a look at them because I simply did not have the space. And so, like the rest of you, I've been waiting for this update and hoping that would go well, but so far. Okay, it looks like, yeah, the page is finally loading, so it seems like that may have took about as long as it always did since the creations update. In any case, I was kind of hoping it'd go faster, but to me it looks like the page is different. Well, for one, the categories look to be missing. Yeah, the names under or above the images. They are still here, though. I wonder if by chance we got lucky and they added work in progress back. Of course they didn't. That way we still have to do the damn workaround for any mods in there, of course. Well, let's see if the categories work. Okay, yeah, it seems to be. Alright, let's go ahead and check the load order, and okay, yeah. I definitely have a lot more space than I did. So, in the case of the viewer that said they still only had 1 gigabyte, I don't know in that. Again, I am Skyrim Special Edition on PS4 SLIM. But looks like all my mods are here, and that is definitely a lot more space. Let's go ahead and try to install one that I know is pretty massive on the download size and see if it does install it then. Assuming I can find it. I had it bookmarked. Seems to me it's taking a lot longer for these images to load. Doesn't normally take that long when the images on the main page is loaded. Try a different way here. search up and see if the search function is working while we're at it. I'm looking for, because I know it's a massive download size, Serana Dialog add-on, the port version by mod author RO Cool J. Also, for those of you that have that mod, remember that it, as far as I recall, is a temporary port version that will be eventually taken down once the, I believe that's it right there, once the original author, Sir Martimus, makes an official port of his mod available on our platform, which I do believe that he and other authors were waiting for this update to do, as I assume that hopefully it's working better than what this seems to be, but that now there should be official support for the mod authors to upload external assets to the creation kit. Fuck it, I'm getting impatient. I don't suggest you do that when it's just spinning like that, because I might just screw my load order up, but I'm getting impatient. Okay, well, it does seem to be downloading it. This mod before, with the amount of space that I had left, would always show in the red if I highlighted the download option, and obviously I couldn't do it, and that was even with the workaround, because with the workaround that I showed a while back for if you had a mod that wouldn't download because of the required double space, you still had to have the actual space that was required for the mod, and this one I definitely did not. Definitely is taking a long time to download though. Now that might be due to the size of this mod, I don't know, because actually I do believe this is the largest mod I've ever downloaded. But seems to be working. So I'll have to get to testing Skyrim as I can. Don't, expect me to get a bunch tested right away. This is really just the first test to see if the creations menu is working and if I have the space or not. And it does seem like I do have the space, because that there looks to be, I'd say we probably did get in 15 gigabytes if I didn't have any mods in there worth of space. So that's really good. Again, I do apologize for the length of the video. I know it's not going to be entertaining, but I figure in this there'll be people that do want to see uncut testing to see how the game is performing before they decide if they're going to update themselves or not. So any second. Okay. Alright, well, it did get it. So I'm going to go ahead and move it into place in the load order. Now, I do want to say also, I'm just going to treat it like I do the other dialogue expansions, but for those that might be taking a look at my load order as I'm scrolling through, it's not in the order that mod author suggests, but just in the order that I want to have it placed. And normally also I do take a look at the mod description before deciding where to place it, although in the case of a dialogue expansion, I would be placing it with the others that I have, but I think this mod does a lot more than just that. So don't go by just where I'm placing this. I'm just trying to see that everything is working as intended. Okay, well, it seems to be good. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and reload my files at this point, and no, I'm not. Okay. I'm hitting back, but it's not doing it. And also, I can't move up or down in the load order now. I think I'm frozen. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I guess, is call this as a first test, and I'm going to go ahead and save my footage, and I guess I'm going to have to completely close the app and then go from there. This has been a Streaming Freedom Video Bulletin via the Eyes Only Informant Net. Peace out.